Hey Fiero fans, thanks for joining the channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome to my garage. Now this is part one of two-part series. The first part of this series I'm going to spend working on the Fiero part of this lowrider. Now what this is a 1986 Fiero SE. 2.86 cylinder, it's a 4-speed transmission, it's got the manual mirrors, it's got power windows, no sunroof, and if you think of it as a Fiero, what it is, it's a 42,000 mile Fiero, so it's a low mileage Fiero. Now there's been special things done to it, but first you have to get your mind around the fact that it's first and foremost a Fiero. I love Fieros, and I love this car. I'm so looking forward to working on this car you would not believe. And this is a huge project. It's not something that's going to be done in a day, a month, even a year. This is going to be a continual project to preserve the history of this Fiero. This Fiero ended up in a national magazine, but we're not here to talk about that today. We're talking about the Fiero. If you've seen my channel, no doubt you know this car came from Legit Street Cars YouTube channel, then it went to the Used Car Lot, car with a K, and now I'm the third YouTube owner of this Fiero. Now, the original owner of this Fiero was a man named Mark DelaCruz, and he was in Yuma, Arizona, and he's the one that had the original concept idea to make this car into what it is today, a Fiero lowrider. So I am the proud owner of this car. And what I'd like to do is preserve the history of this car as much as possible. It's not the type of car that's going to end up in a magazine again one day, but it will go to a local car show. I'll be able to tell the story. I'll be able to introduce people to the lowrider that it is and the Fiero that it is. You, as a Fiero owner, you know that Fieros attract attention at local car shows, and this one's not going to be any different. The only difference is it's a lowrider. In my opinion, it's a lot more fun because it is a lowrider. So that's my challenge. That's my channel. I'm sure glad that you showed up to watch. Master cylinder, slave cylinder, new distributor cap, courtesy of Winged Horse Garage, remanufactured fuel injectors, new battery, new fusible link, new air filter. The list goes on and on. What John Ross and Alex did is get this car running as a Fiero. When they got it, it was not running. It's got a new fuel pump, it's got a cleaned out fuel tank, it's got a new fuel filter. Everything you would do when buying a new Fiero that doesn't run, they did it. This is a 2.8. It's got 42,000 miles on the clock. So it's relatively a newish engine. So we're talking about a running strong motor. It's got a stock 4-speed, and the greatest thing about this car that I can say is that being it's a lowrider, what Mark DelaCruz, the original owner of this car, did is he solved the problem of all the Fieros. He painted the underbody, the under frame. He painted it and clear coated it. So it's 100% protected from rust. As we know, that's the biggest concern when buying a new Fiero. So that's all been taken care of. The interior. This interior needs much love. There has been way too much damage done to the interior of this car to save it. So if you're an OG member of my channel, you know that I have a 1986 Fiero SE. So basically the same car as this Fiero. I have it. It's never been driven on the streets. I don't have a title for it. So what my plan is to do is take out all the interior pieces of this car and put in a stock Fiero interior. I know, but that's the best thing I could do at this point, because this is moldy, mildewed. It's been taken apart, has not been put back together correctly. It needs a lot of love. That it's not going to happen unless we put all new interior in here. So that's my plan for the inside of this car. As far as a Fiero, it's going to have a stock, pretty much stock. I'm going to have different seats. I'm going to have some kind of they're not going to be Fiero seats, so it's going to kind of go with the theme of the car. So it's going to be the purple and orange. This is going to be replaced by a console that I had signed by John Ross and Alex when I came to one of their meets. So as far as the interior, I plan on taking all of this out and putting in a stock Fiero interior. Now I still am going to use the trim pieces. We're going to have orange dash. We're going to have the orange shifts around, the orange waterfall over there. You know, I'm gonna use some of those pieces that were custom made for this car. But as far as all of the fabric and interior, see, I don't even have the second seat. I don't have the passenger seat. So there's no way I can match this driver's seat with that. Just not gonna happen. I think you'll like the way it looks when I get done with it. Of course, out here, you know, this is not gonna be like Mark DelaCruz had it. It's not going to be covered with Bondo. I'm going to put sail panels in there, original Fiero sail panels. But as far as being a Fiero, this thing runs and drives and shifts, and it is a Fiero underneath all of this beautiful sparkle paint. And so anyway, it's a great Fiero. It's a low mileage Fiero. It's basically, if you get past all of the orangeness and the juiced orange of it all, it's a 2.8 1986 Fiero SE. Well, that's it for today. Please stay tuned. Please hit that subscribe button so you can see the Lowrider portion of this series. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. You can ask the people that have been subscribed to this channel for a while. I always do my best to answer any questions honestly and in a timely manner. Well, once again, you have a great day, and I will talk to you on the next episode.